I never imagined that the woman I swore to share my life with, the one I envisioned growing old beside, would unravel my world so thoroughly. We had built 6 years together, half of them bound by marriage. To outsiders, our life appeared perfect. Dinners with friends, colorful vacation photos, and spirited game nights with other couples. Yet, beneath the glossy facade, something had shifted. She became aloof, her gaze perpetually glued to her phone, her answers sharp and evasive. Whenever I posed even the most innocent questions, the truth hit me like a torrent. I stumbled upon her betrayal, not through doubt, but by pure accident. One evening, with my phone dead, I reached for hers to call my mom. Before I could make the call, a notification flickered on the screen. "Can't wait for tonight. He's still in the dark." My gut twisted. My hands shook. A wave of nausea surged through me. That night, I faced her. She tried to dismiss it, denying everything at first. But when the proof became undeniable, she showed no regret. Only a casual, "It just happened." The wound deepened a week later when the man she was entangled with, let's call him Dean, showed up at my door, tall, brimming with arrogance. He exuded a smug assurance, looking at me as if I were beneath him. With a smirk, he said, "Look, buddy, you're out of the game. She's mine now. You can either slink away quietly or try to take me on." I stood there, paralyzed, uncertain if he was provoking a physical confrontation or daring me to swallow the shame. Either way, his words struck like a blow to my core. I closed the door on him, refusing to stoop to his level. But something ignited inside me. I wasn't about to vanish quietly. I might not be one for fistfights, but I was far from powerless. The next morning, I reached out to a lawyer and began the process. Divorce, asset division, everything calculated and by the book. I didn't seek revenge. I wanted my dignity reclaimed. What they didn't expect was my precision. She had been charging their hotel to my credit card. I carefully collected every shred of evidence, receipts, messages, location data, and included it in my divorce filing. My attorney confirmed that my case for infidelity and financial misconduct was airtight. The court sided with me. She didn't walk away with half our assets. She got far less than she had anticipated. Dean's smug expression vanished when they were forced to move into a tiny apartment, unable to keep up with the mortgage payments. It turned out he wasn't the commanding figure he pretended to be. His income, unreliable at best, came from odd jobs and dubious side hustles. In the meantime, I stayed focused, piecing my life back together bit by bit. Friends who had drifted away during the turmoil began to reconnect, admiring my restraint. I didn't speak ill of her. I didn't start conflicts. Instead, I channeled my energy into recovery, working out at the gym, picking up new hobbies, traveling, and rediscovering the pleasure of my own company. Slowly, the hurt gave way to a quiet strength. Months later, she sent me a text. "I miss what we had. I made a mistake. I left it unanswered." There was nothing more to say. Her betrayal showed me that loyalty can't be forced or begged for. It must be mutual. I had given her my all, and she tossed it aside for a fleeting thrill. As for Dean, he reached out once, claiming he wanted to set things straight. I ignored him. He made his choice just as she did. I refused to give either of them the dramatic confrontation they seemed to want. They craved a spectacle to feed their egos. I denied them that gratification. Now, a year later, I hardly recognized the man I used to be. I was too trusting, perhaps a touch naive, maybe even deliberately blind. But today, I'm stronger, sharper, and more determined. I've learned to notice warning signs and to cherish my own value. The greatest triumph. I didn't need to shout, fight, or throw punches. I didn't need to confront him to prove my worth. I proved it through composure, strategy, and unwavering resolve. In the end, I walked away with my pride.